Tonight, I want to give a tribute to a man that really shaped our nation and the presidency itself. The man is Theodore Roosevelt, nicknamed Teddy, who emboldens what it means to be an American. This late president is receiving the Outstanding President Award, which is given to presidents who have shaped the United States and world into a better place. I want to speak on a few important parts of his life: his early years, the presidency, and finally main accomplishments outside the presidency. Teddy Roosevelt was born on October 27th, 1858 in New York. Many aspects of his life before Teddy became president is what led to the legend he is known by today. After his wife died in 1884, Teddy bought a ranch in the Badlands of the western Dakotas. This is where he grew his love to hunt and became quite the hunter. While his ranching side did not flourish, it was said that he had killed a 1,200-pound bear during his stay there, adding to his legend. He also wrote a book during this time titled Hunting Trips of a Ranchman, and became the first president of the Boone and Crockett Club. He also dropped out as Assistant Secretary of the Navy to form what would be known as the Rough Riders. This group of men, led by Teddy Roosevelt, saw action in the Spanish-American War. During his time as a colonel, he was nominated for the Congressional Medal of Honor, but was not awarded it. Through his battle efforts, however, it led him to the governor's office of New York in 1899. From this point on, Teddy moved through the ranks of politics until he finally became president after the assassination of William McKinley. During his presidency, he had an interesting domestic policy, as well as many accomplishments that we can still see today. His domestic policy was one of progressivism, trust busting, and big business regulation and conservation. He was nominated under the Republican Party in 1901 and 1905, but shifted toward the Progressive Party, or Bull Moose Party, from 1912 to 1916. Some of his big accomplishments as president were suing 45 companies under the Sherman Act, passage of the Pure Food and Drug Act, a square deal policy, expansion of national parks and national forests. Through the Pure Food and Drug Act, the Food and Drug Administration was created, and this gained popularity after Upton Sinclair's The Jungle was published. His work with expansion of national parks and national forests increased federally protected land by about 230 million acres. He also had some prestigious accolades outside of the presidency as well. The main one I want to point out is his winning of the Nobel Peace Prize in 1906. He won this through his work of ending the Russo-Japanese War. His back-channeling and negotiating work led to the Treaty of Portsmouth, which ended the war. Some other accolades over his life was being the youngest president at the time of the United States, as well as being the first American to win the Nobel Peace Prize. He is also one of 4 presidents to be on the Mount Rushmore Monument. Throughout his life, Teddy was seen as a larger-than-life kind of character. We have heard about his early works toward becoming a legend, his presidency accomplishments, and other accolades that really embody the Outstanding President Award. I want to leave with one thing that is stated in the Nobel Prize website: that Roosevelt was a historian, a biographer, a statesman, a hunter, a naturalist, and an orator. And with that, I'd like to take questions.
What exactly did he win his Nobel Peace Prize for?
It was for the Russo-Japanese War, through his works with kind of negotiating to in peace during that time.
Gotcha.
You mentioned he was a big hunter. What was his favorite animals to hunt?
He liked to hunt bear and elk in the western states, but he also was a big advocate of safari-style hunts down in Africa, where he killed many kind of big game animals.
Would he eat those animals that he killed in
I'm
Africa?
not sure.
Would
He
he-
doesn't talk too much about that.
Mhm.
What do you think was his most impactful policy or event from his presidency on the United States?
I think his efforts through the progressivism that we kind of see towards today, kind of the liberal side, and also his conservation towards expanding national forests and